Hi YouTubers. Just really wanted to sort of let you know a little bit more about myself. I've worked sort of within the trade for about nearly 15 years. I mean, you probably see from my videos I've got sort of fairly good knowledge in that. I started off as a trout farmer, done that for 2 years, got a MVQ level 2 in fish husbandry. Spent 9.5 years in a tropical ornamental wholesale unit. I then done a year's aquatics management and spent 3 years running a koi department at a local retailer. Basically, with fish keeping, it's quite rewarding. I mean, a lot of people don't really sort of see fish as a big thing, but I mean, as a general statistic, more people actually keep fish than they do cats and dogs, as a worldwide sort of scope on things. These are sort of Malawian Tanganyikan fish. There's one Siamese flying fox in there. But I mean, if you look at the quality of the fish, they're in good condition. I maintain high water quality and maintain peak condition in all my fish. People that don't keep fish may do for the reason of having cats, because they think the cats are going to get in the tank. But I mean, if you go into having a tank like mine, there's no way a cat's going to get in there. It's totally enclosed. There's no access to it from the outside. The only access actually is via a cupboard. It's a cupboard which is underneath the stairs. That's the back of the tank. All the pumps and everything are all inside the tank. Just keep my foodstuffs and that on top of the tank. So I mean, as for keeping fish, I mean, I've got a vast knowledge of Latin names. It's just a really enjoyable thing. As a young lad, I won fishing competitions, been interested in fish for very many years. I like true biotopes, from sort of African biotopes to South American biotopes, Australian biotopes like with Boesmanis and Leucostrus rainbows. I mean, all the Melatonia species are very rewarding. They grow to a nice size. The only trouble is, when they're young, they are very bland. Not a lot of people will buy them, but if you take the time and effort to sort of go in and purchase young rainbow fish, they are very rewarding tank mates. Now let's look at a closer look at some of these fish. On previous videos, I've sort of said a little bit about them. I mean, this Pseudotropheus lombardi, these are very confused with Pseudotropheus demonsoni. Quite similar to look at, but if you notice on the tail you actually get a barring. This is the general telltale sign that's a demonsoni. They're both very aggressive species, not to be kept in small tanks. That goes for most Malawian fish because they can get to a considerable size. My Crinocara morii is getting quite big now. He's in peak condition, and as you probably see from his general behaviour, he's just leaving everything else alone. I've got quite good tranquility in the tank. The Brachadi, more of a delicate Tanganyikan cichlid, but as you see, they're not getting any aggressive behaviour towards them. They've got all their fins. The Labidochromis caeruleus yellow, they're just going about doing their own thing. I haven't got a lot of natural plants in here for the reason my supplier sort of has not really got what I'm looking for at the minute. I mean, I know a few online suppliers, but it's as and when you can really get hold of them. I go for more young plants, and then I can sort of bind them to bits of wood, plant them in the substrate. As for filtration, mechanical, biological and chemical filtration is the best way forward. Biological meaning sort of your sponges and all that, providing anaerobic bacteria, which basically will break down the ammonia and nitrite. These are basically toxic. The ammonia is raw waste. This is converted to nitrite. Nitrite is then broken down into nitrate. When the nitrate gets very high, this is when a water change is due. I mean, as a basis, I would say that you really need to do water changes every 2 to 3 weeks at minimum. This is to maintain good water quality and just good fish keeping, really. The actual rocks and all that aren't full of algae. That's because the phosphates and nitrates are kept low, and generally the fish are in peak condition, and I don't really have a worry or any issues with them. Never really had disease in my tank as being an experienced fish keeper. But I hope you enjoy this view. It's a bit of a longer one, but hopefully you enjoy it. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.